welcome to your sax lesson on page 9 in your Sound Innovations book. Today we're finally getting into a lot more songs. There was a couple songs last on your page 8 in the book, but now we're really getting into a lot more songs. Not much new in these first two ones. Just remember quarter notes, you say the word ta, half notes ta-ah, whole notes ta-ah-ah-ah. And we've got our new notes with the D, all 6 fingers with the back octave key. So remember each time, especially now we're getting into songs, there's a lot more moving around. You might want to take them a little slower. We are going to take them a bit slower than what we've been doing because there is a lot more notes and things going on. Always don't hesitate to pause the video, try some things on your own. After we go through a line, if you need to back up and play it again along with me, go right ahead. Or if you just need to pause it to work on some things, please do it. This is where things are really starting to come together now. You need to make sure you're good at these things before you move on. So the first song we're going to play is Merrily We Roll Along. Here we go. It starts on your B. Ernie gave Bert. Third line. 1, 2, ready, go.
Jeremy Bollier, you have a call on line 1.
All right, so that is Merrily We Roll Along. Now we're going to go down to Eau Claire de la Lune. And I know I said a Merrily We Roll Along, we'd slow down a little bit. So if I went a little fast, play it on your own and slow it down. I promise I'll play Eau Claire de la Lune just a little bit slower. So here we go, Eau Claire de la Lune. You'll notice this one only uses your first 3 notes, only G, A, and B. There's no C's or D's thrown in. So here we go. A little bit slower, I promise this time. 1, 2, ready, go. There is Eau Claire de la Lune. All right, let's move down. We've got a few new things. The first is we've got common time. You'll notice most of the songs, actually all the songs we played in so far have been in 4/4. Remember how many of what that we talked about a few pages ago? Your time signature or your meter? 4/4 is the common time that you play in. Most of the music you're going to play, especially at your level right now, but most of the songs even I play are usually in 4/4. So a lot of times instead of writing 4/4, they'll just do that little fancy C, which means common time. So anytime you see that fancy little C, that just means the song is in 4/4. The next thing you're going to see is called a fermata. Looks like a little bird's eye. That just means you hold the note out a little bit longer. Once we can start playing as a band, a lot of times in different parts of the song, you'll actually see me kind of hard to do with a sax, but you'll see me hold my hands out when I've been conducting. 3, boom. And you'll hold, that means hold the note out until I tell you to stop, which I do that. So anytime you see that little fermata, you'll see it at the end of 25 and 26 and the end of 28. That just means you hold the note out a bit longer. So if it's a 4-beat note, you might hold it out for 5 or 6 beats. The last thing is a composer. On the top right of the song or the top right of your page of music, eventually once I start handing out music, if you look on the top right of the page, you will see a composer. So you'll look in 25 on the top right of the song. I just circled that the composer's name. So top right will always tell you what the composer of that song is. So those are a couple new things. Common time, 4/4 time. Fermata, you hold the note out longer, or if you're playing in band until I tell you to cut off. And a composer, Who wrote the song? Jingle Bells, number 25. We'll take this one kind of slow, but definitely practice this one to get a little bit faster with it on your own. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And you'll notice I held the last note out a little bit longer because it had a fermata over it. So definitely take your time, go through this one a few times, play it along with me a few times, and try to work the speed up a little bit. See if you can, how fast you might be able to get it. But once you've had some fun with that, let's go down now to number 26, Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Again, fermata at the end. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Again, fermata at the end, hold that note out a little bit longer. That is Go Tell Aunt Rhody. And we're going to look down at number 27, Lightly Row. I'm hoping you recognize most of these songs, because a lot of these songs you should know. So, Lightly Row now. This is another duet. Remember, duet means two people playing at the same time. So the first time I want you to play line A, and I'm going to play line B. Okay? So first time you play line A, I'm going to play line B. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And you'll notice at the end, I hope you caught it, but there's a repeat, which means you go back to the beginning and do it again. Just for the purpose of the video, we're just going to do it through once, but I just wanted to make you aware that there is a repeat if you didn't see it. You always want to make sure before you play a song for the first time that you look through the whole song and see if there's anything funky in there that might catch you off guard a little bit. All right, so now we're going to go through it a second time, and this time I'm going to play line A, and I want you to play line B. So here we go. You are playing line B, and I am playing line A. 1, 2, ready, go. Remember, you might have to go through some of these songs a handful of times. I don't expect you to get it the first time through perfectly. I expect that you're going to probably pause the video through every song and look it over a few times and play it a bunch of times, not just go through it once and write down the page like we're doing in this video. I really do expect that you're going to pause the video and practice each song. All right, Good King Wenceslas, and it looks like for some reason my page got cut off a little bit. So let's see how this goes. Make sure you're following your book and not what you're seeing on my screen. Please. So Good King Wenceslas. Oh, before we get going, there is a new term for this. Kind of a funny sounding one called tutti. Tutti means everybody plays together. So you have solo, where just one person plays. Duet, where two people play. Tutti means everybody plays. So in this last song, you'll see that it says solo, tutti, solo, tutti. If we were in band, I would say, okay, why don't you play the solo part, and then tutti, everybody plays. Then you play the solo part, then when we get to tutti, everybody plays. But for this, I want you to play all the way through it, okay? I'm going to do my best on this. I think I know what all the notes are in this one that got cut off a little bit in my copy. So here we go. Good King Wenceslas. 1, 2, ready, go. And that completes your lesson on page 9 in your book. This page is probably going to take you a little bit of time to go through. You may not get through it in 1 week. It could take a few weeks. It could take 3 weeks. That's okay. Just as I've said, just keep practicing it and you'll keep moving forward. Okay? Do not move on until you get good at this page. But once you get good at this page, feel free to move on to the next page.